Chapter 1. Characteristics of a monster. A monster usually looks scary and creepy because of their physical features. These features are very important in order to build your monster character. I listed some of the important features of a typical monster. Big, scary eyes. Usually a monster does have big round eyes with small pupils to look like he is angry. Fangs. This usually makes the monster's character more creepy and ferocious. Wings. Now don't be confused. I am not referring to those little cute fairy or butterfly wings, but wings like a bat is what I am talking about. It makes them stronger. Mutant. I am not talking about Marvel, okay? Monsters usually combine two different kinds of animals. It's like they were mutated. Scary nails. Monsters usually have big scary nails. Weird faces. Monsters' main features are their looks. It is important to make them weirder to capture the true identity of a monster's character. Types of monster. There are many types of monsters that you will learn about in this tutorial. I classify them as flying monster, water monster, and land monster. Below is some additional information I made so that you will have an idea about what this tutorial will be like. I also include the special features of each monster. Flying monster. Flying monsters such as dragons have very special features that will signify their identity, like wings. When you make your own flying monster character, you should always draw its wings more creepy than the usual bat wings. For example, draw the wings with holes or torn parts to make it older and scarier. Water monster. A water monster's main feature is its fishtail. Land monster. A land monster is the simplest monster you can draw. Anything that has feet and hands can be considered a land monster. How to make your monster look scary. Here are some of the main pieces on how to make your monster look scary. In this portion, you will learn how to make scary eyes, mouths, and different extra features of the character to make it creepier. These features are very important in building or making your monster character to make an impact on your viewers. Wings. Sample 1, Figure 1. Step 1. Draw a curvy line for the right part of the wings. Make it more like a slim slanting letter S. Step 2. For the left side of the wings, make an introverted letter S. It doesn't matter if they are not exactly aligned or in the same position. Figure 2, Step 1. Now draw another curvy line on both sides, connecting to the upper part of the curvy lines, but do not connect it on the lower part. Make it like a parallel curvy line. Figure 3, Step 1. On the lower line of the curvy line, connect a slanting curvy line. After that, connect a parallel curvy line on the bottom part of the slanting curvy line going upward. Step 2. Do it exactly the same on the other side of the wings. Figure 4, Step 1. Connect the lines that are not connected by making curvy lines on both sides. Step 2. Shade the part of the stem of the wings, and now connect the upper part and the bottom part of the curvy lines with a crumpled line. Do it also on the other side of the wings. Step 3. After you do it all, make a root-like lines on the middle part of the two wings. Sample 2. Figure 1. Step 1. Draw a slanting straight line pointing on the center or forming a slanting letter V. Make the same line on the other side. Step 2. Make the lower line shorter than the upper line. Figure 2. Step 1. Now, draw a leaf-like shape on the 4 slanting lines starting on the center part. Step 2. To make the leaf-like shape, draw a big curvy line on both sides of the slanting lines. It's like you're making a spade shape. Step 3. Now you have 4 wings in all, one on the front and the other on the back. Figure 3. Step 1. Draw a root-like line starting on the center part of the wings. To draw it, first make a long wavy line and then make some small wavy branch-like lines on its side. Step 2. Now do it on the front wings and at the back wings. Figure 4. Step 1. Now shade the upper parts of the wings. Make a full shade on the upper part, but when you shade on the lower part, make it thinner. Also, make the root lines thicker by shading it. Sample 3. Figure 1. Step 1. First, draw a square-shaped figure. Step 2. On the upper left side of the square, draw a slanting line going down to the center of the square. Now connect another slanting line going down. Step 3. Do the same procedure on the right side of the square. Figure 2. Step 1. Erase the square shape. Step 2. Connect the upper slanting lines using a curvy line. Step 3. For the lower line, also connect them using a curvy line. This will be the figure of the monster's mouth. Figure 3. Step 1. Now, draw an exact figure of the monster's mouth outside. It would look like you're tracing it. This will be the lips of the monster. Step 2. For the upper part of the monster's teeth, make 5 circles. Make the first and the 5th circle bigger than the 3 circles on the middle part. Step 3. Draw a straight line starting in the middle of the 3 circles. For the 1st and 5th teeth, make it slanting but on opposite directions. Step 4. For the lower part of the monster's teeth, make 7 circles. Make the 1st and 7th circle bigger than the 5 circles on the middle part. Step 5. Make 7 straight lines, starting on the middle part of the circles. Make the straight line on the 1st and 7th circle longer than the rest. Figure 4. Step 1. Make some small curvy lines on the upper and lower part of the monster's lips. Step 2. Now, use the straight lines you made to form the teeth of your monster. Connect a line from each side of the circles going to the straight line to make it look pointy. Make sure that you start the lines on each side of a circle and then meeting at the tip of the straight line. Figure 5. Step 1. Erase the guidelines of the fangs. Step 2. On the inner part of the monster's mouth, shade it with dark color to emphasize the fangs. Step 3. Darken the lines and finalize the lines. Sample 3. Figure 1. Step 1. First, draw 2 small circles that are horizontally aligned. Step 2. On the center part of the 2 small circles, draw a big oblong shape. Figure 2. Step 1. Make a curvy line starting from the left side of the left circle. The curvy line should be along the left side of the circle, going to the upper side of the oblong shape, and then pass through the right part of the right circle. Step 2. Start making the curvy line thicker by applying a darker shape of your drawing tool. Figure 3. Step 1. Erase the 2 circle shapes and then the oblong shape, leaving only the curvy line. Step 2. On the center of the curvy line, draw 3 vertical lines. Make sure they are aligned with each other. Step 3. Connect the first and the 3rd vertical line using a horizontal line. Now you have formed the monster's teeth. Step 4. On each side of the monster's teeth, draw a slanting straight line, pointing to a different position. Figure 4. Step 1. The 2 slanting lines you made earlier will be the guide to make the fangs of the monster. On the tip of the slanting line, connect 2 lines forming a triangular-like shape, and then do the same procedure to the other slanting line. Step 2. On each side of the monster's fang, draw a slanting line, now connect them using a horizontal line. On the horizontal line, make 4 slanting lines. First, draw the 2 slanting lines on the left side of the monster's teeth, and then draw the remaining 2 slanting lines on the other side. Figure 5. Step 1. Now remember the procedure you did to form the monster's fang. Do the same procedure to make the monster's fangs on the lower portion of its mouth. Make the slanting line be the guide, and then connect the lines on the tip of the slanting line, forming a triangular-like shape. Step 2. After you draw the fangs, erase the unnecessary lines and then finalize your drawing by darkening the lines using a pen or any drawing tool with thicker shades. Figure 6. Step 1. After you thicken the lines of the monster's mouth, shade the inner portion of it to emphasize the fangs of the monster. Skeletal system of a monster. In drawing, the skeletal system of a monster or any character is very important. It will help you build and position your character correctly. Also, it acts as a foundation for your monster. It is not that complicated to make or draw it. With just a few shapes, lines, and imagination, you can build your very own character. Just bear in mind that you need to capture first in your imagination the exact position of the monster you want to draw. So as you start Chapter 2 on this tutorial, you will notice that the very first step in making a monster is the skeletal system of the monster. So what are you waiting for? Stretch your hands and fingers and let's begin!